this is much better. Yay, we get to see both of us. It's a small screen. Like, I don't know, the more you go back, the more we can see more of us. Which one do you like the best? This one or that one?
I'm indifferent.
Do you want a little bit higher, or you're good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I take
I
up
want
a
to
lot
see the
of
top
real.
of your head. You
I
do.
take up a lot of real estate.
Well, we're gonna wait for everybody to come in. Again, welcome. I apologize for the last video that you're probably in still. You guys need to kind of move to this one, so we're gonna give you a good 5-10 minutes until you guys all come in. I have to look up. Wait, you're gonna tell me that we can't get this same image by just being a little bit more, yeah, instead of being like,
Yeah, no, that'll work. That'll work. And the voice will carry better too.
I think so too, yeah. Yay, we have someone. It's gonna take a while to actually see who's in the chat. It gives me, it's easier. Sometimes it takes like a second. Chat messages visible. Okay. I'm so excited. Austin, you're with us today. I am so excited. Well, somebody went in and came out, so we'll see. But earlier I made it public. I forgot to put it for my subscribers only. So then we were gonna get a lot more of those. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hello.
So, a little background about Susan. Susan is actually from the UK. So for her, it's pretty late right now.
Oh, wow.
And she actually puts her alarm to come in. So we're so glad to have you. Hi, sons. So nice to see you. It's funny how I'm seeing one person, but I've already seen 2 comments. So this is the famous Austin, who's going to be assisting us today. I'm so excited to have him today. I'm gonna wait for everyone to come in the chat, but I hope you guys had an amazing week. I know I missed you guys last weekend. We had a very successful show. Austin was there as well. He came by and said hi. And he got himself a goodie. You want to show them? He got himself a goodie. So we're twinning right now. I'm not in red, but we're totally twinning. You know, I should have wore red now that I think about it. So we could have matched, yeah. I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in, and then we're gonna start. We're actually in a noisy place here. We were gonna do it outdoors by a lake. Hi, Sydney. Okay, we're starting to see messages. So happy. Thank you, Sydney, for your patience. I know we kind of switched over. Okay, so now we're getting a little more people. So cute. So we are at. We could not find a place. It is way too hot today. I was hoping that it'd get a little bit cooler so we can go by the, in the park and have it very peaceful so we can talk. But it was just too hot. I'm like, if we're gonna do this for an hour, I don't think that we'll be able to survive the heat. So we're so excited to have you guys. How was you guys this week? I missed you guys. We're not seeing messages. I know there's 4 people now, but they're gonna start coming in. Oh, you know what? Hopefully I'm not on Wi-Fi. Oh gosh, if I am, that's it. Oh, wait. Oh, Susan. Okay, I think it's working. Hi, Shelly. Yeah, Henry and Sons. Hi, everybody. I just want to get it off Wi-Fi because if I am on Wi-Fi, it just causes problems all the time for me. I don't know why. Like, let's try to do this. I'm gonna go like that. It's not letting me do it. Maybe if I take this. There we go. Okay. Wait, did I chop your head again? Okay. All right, we're gonna give it another minute and a half or so. Sans, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much. My daughter saw you, when was it, last week before her show? She was advertising some of her butterflies, I believe, and I want to thank you for the support that you gave her. She's so appreciative. Oh, and it is in the chat. I haven't seen it yet. It's not like populating like it used to, so I'm not seeing it. But hi, Annette, if you're here. So happy to see you guys. Wanting to introduce the famous, the one and only Austin. I call him Austin Power because he has power. It's like he's been healing me, you guys. He's incredible. Those hands, his hands are valuable, right?
Yes.
He's
yes.
awesome. He's incredible. You are not going to want to miss this hour, I swear. Now, I want to see some thumbs up if you guys can hear me because this is a noisy place. We're like in the most furthest corner of the restaurant. But she says hello, Austin.
Cindy.
Oh, Enid, I got some red hands. Hello. Hi, Enid. She's from Puerto Rico.
Hi, Andy.
Yes, Susan. I told you a little bit about Susan. She's up. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so Cindy's giving me a thumbs up. They can hear us. So if
Okay.
there's any issues with, because we tend to not talk too loud. We don't want everybody to hear what's going on. Sanda's giving me a thumbs up. Awesome. We're not going to go public just yet. This video will go public on YouTube afterwards, but I want you guys to have that opportunity to see us, know about us, and then eventually kind of and get your little lucky healing. And oh, we have a surprise, right? Are we
Yes,
gonna tell
we do.
them about the pendulum now or not? Should we do this or just let them know later?
Later.
Okay, we'll tell them later. Oh, Lori's in the chat too.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Oh my God, I haven't seen Lori in a while. Oh my God. I am so excited, you guys. They're still coming in. I want to start, but I don't want them missing anything. Oh, Enid. I'm seeing Enid for now. Yay. All right, I'm so excited. We're going to get started, you guys. Lori is here. Thank you guys for all joining us. I really appreciate you as always. I've got some questions for Austin because Austin is new to my channel, and you are going to be seeing a lot of Austin because he is absolutely wonderful. And I have some questions for you, and I'm sure they're like, who is Austin? Where is he coming from? What does he do? Why is he on your channel right now? I know he's got a big title, healer, but let's get into that, all right? So the first question I'm gonna ask you is just to know a little bit about your background, like who's Austin?
So I am a massage therapist. I have 30 certifications in bodywork, and I found that there was something that was missing that caused a placebo effect whenever we do soft tissue work. So from cupping to traditional bodywork, and there was where we would correct something and then it would get bad again. And what I found is that there was an energetic component to it, which is why I do healing full time instead of doing massage, because when I was doing massage, I was just an energy sponge. And now I can remove the energy and get that same effect, if not deeper, and get into a deeper level of actually being able to heal people from things you normally wouldn't be able to do.
The next question, when did you know that you could heal, and how did you get started? Like, what inspired you to start doing that? Was there a trigger? Did something that happened in your life that made you, I don't know, do something and you saw kind of results?
So I seen a video that went around on YouTube here. It was like 9 years ago. And it was showing these 3 Reiki masters that had an ultrasound device on a kidney, and as they were doing the energy work, the cells would slough off.
Is that crazy?
It is crazy.
And you said the video is not out there anymore.
I've looked for it, you can't find it.
Probably YouTube was like, hell no, you're taking that out.
And my mom had cancer, so when they took and went in and looked at it, all that they found was water after we put 7 channels of energy into it. So,
After you put 7 channels of energy.
Yes.
So his mom was suffering from cancer. Was she, what level of cancer did she have?
It was right in the beginning stage.
The beginning stages. And what did they do? Did they say we're going to operate and see and remove the mass?
Yes,
Is that what it is?
that's what they wanted to do, yes.
Okay. And then by opening her, and they had seen it on x-rays, is that what they did prior to?
Yep.
And when they opened her up, it was all gone.
The mass was just where it was still there, but it was just water inside. So there wasn't any cancer cells, so it was completely clean.
So she basically was diagnosed the wrong way.
Yes.
I mean, she just, whatever they saw was no longer there when they opened her up.
Correct.
Is that crazy? Is that freaking crazy? And that took you how long for you to get to
2
that
weeks.
point?
2 weeks. So we put 1 channel of energy into her.
Susan's like, oh my gosh, I know.
Each day, and we took and had it to where it was constantly compounding.
And when you say we, who do you? Is it you and the master, or is this you by yourself?
It was me by myself, and my little brother was helping me. So I think it was a little bit of a combination of both of us trying to help.
That is insane. But imagine the surprise the doctors open her up and they're like, there was absolutely nothing. So what happened? They just closed her up and then told you, what did they tell you?
They were stumped.
And that was the beginning of your career.
That was the beginning of my career.
That's crazy.
After COVID, I took and went pretty much energy healer full time because that was our way of doing work from home.
Right. Oh gosh. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. They're so strict about using that word on YouTube. You can't even. No, you got to say that period in time where it was a little crazy, or just say that crazy 19.
Crazy 19. Okay.
Crazy 19. It's too bad I can't edit it, but hopefully they won't. Okay. So that was pretty amazing. So that really triggered you to decide, hey, you know what? I saw results with my mom. Maybe I could do this as a career, right? Is that
Correct.
what you said?
Correct.
But then you're like, where do I get started? Who's gonna believe me? Like, what? It's hard because you're almost like considered a healer, but like the only healer I could think of is my daughter is studying that at the University of Puerto Rico, and it says that's amazing, and
That's awesome.
and you know, my dad was a healer too. My dad was a hand healer, and when I met Austin, I was like, I just felt that instant connection because I was raised with someone that had the power to heal with his hands. And I think I share that story with all of you guys, where I had just a series of people literally lining outside of my house waiting to be healed by my dad. It almost felt like it was godly. Like a godly situation, you know. It's just like, it's out of like this world. I wish we had phones back then where we could just film the events and everything that went on. Unfortunately, this was way back before he passed away. But the phones weren't that popular. So, but when I did meet him, I just felt that instant connection, and it was not a physical connection. It was more like an intellectual, like our souls were speaking, and I always felt like there was something more superior, something that he had, that my dad had, that my dad passed on to me. There's a communication that we had that no one else understood. So how does it work? So I'm so sorry. How does it work? Yeah, just tell me. How does it work? Like, a lot of people are going to be like, how do you do this? Like,
so everything has a frequency. If we look at, if you're familiar with Nikola Tesla, he talks about if you want the keys to the universe, you look in the term of frequency. Everybody has a specific frequency, and I have the ability to tap into and hold a person's frequency to change the effects of energy within them.
that's insane. That's incredible. Now, can you do it over the phone? Can you do it like through the screen? Can you do it in person? Like, what is the best channel? And do you do this, like easily through the computer, kind of? Like, how do you do this?
Most of my sessions are either over the phone. I use voice most of the time. So someone doesn't have to be on camera if they don't want to. A lot of my clients will be laying down while I'm working on them. I find that voice is better in live session. You'll get a better effect. Not to say that you won't, normally with just a picture or a name, which anything that we do or anything that we put out online has our energy signature to it. So somebody that can feel that energy signature, like myself, we're able to tap into that. So just looking at a person's name can affect them.
That's incredible. So he's saying basically he can do this on the phone, he can do this in person, or he can do this through the computer if he sees you via Zoom, right? What would you say are mostly your most popular appointments? Are they made like on the phone, or are they made like via Zoom? Would you actually see them?
A lot of Zoom.
A lot of Zoom. Okay. And so I was going to ask you, can it be done long distance? Let's say, for instance, one of our beautiful member here lives in the UK. Now, is that too far for her vibration to be healed?
No.
No?
No.
Even if they live on the other side of the world?
Because I use frequency to heal a person, I can hold multiple people's frequency in my hand, and one of the things I do is group work. So I will work on a whole bunch of people no matter where they are on the planet. The only difference that'll happen with them is my thoughts travel roughly at about 1,000 to 1,500 miles a second. So say somebody's in the UK, they'll feel it between 4 to 4.5 seconds later to when someone else is feeling it. I had a client that I was working with that was in Ireland, and it was 4 seconds right on the dot.
That's it. So how do you know that he was feeling it after 4 seconds? Did he say?
Because we were talking at the time.
Okay, there's something you need to know about my famous Austin here, is that he could be talking on the phone, we can have a conversation about the weather, and then he'll be like, okay, do you feel that? And I'm like, yeah, why is it tingling? What's going on? And he's like, I am tapping to my energy and your energy right now. I'm healing you as we're talking about the weather. So he can like do two things at the same time, which is so incredible. And I'm like, wait, you're doing this while we're talking? How are you like, he can like detach his he can do two things at the same time. How do you do that? How do you do that? Like we could be having a conversation right now and he could be sending waves to one of you and you wouldn't even know it. Well, you would know it, but you just wouldn't know that this is what's happening on my end. You know what I mean? That's incredible.
Lots of meditation practice. Lots of meditation practice.
He just knows how to, oh my gosh, separate that. Now, what types of diseases or condition can you heal, and what are the things that you cannot heal, like you will not even get involved with?
So far, I haven't run into anything that can't be affected with. When you understand that the reason that the condition happens is because of the stress or the energy that's tied to it. So say for instance, someone has Crohn's.
Crohn's disease, yeah.
Well, when they get angry, it actually usually gets worse. So if we take the anger out and we teach a person to manage their anger, they're able to control that condition.
Okay.
So it doesn't, there are some conditions that they have a lot of different factors to how they hit the body in very different ways. There's some blood viruses where they originally start in the heart and then they kind of go all over the place. I find that if you can get rid of the energy rapidly, then the conditions are easier to heal. So say for instance, I get a sore throat, I drain the energy out of my throat chakra and my throat is no longer sore.
Okay, incredible. Which condition would you say that is untreatable? Like which one would you refuse and say I can't do that one?
I don't refuse the conditions per se. Like I have a couple people that I'm working with cancer. There's a few people that are working with other health complications. A lot of my work, I focus more on body complications. While I can do some of the other stuff, I try to focus more on range of motion increasing, better muscle function, better nervous function. I've done desensitization to hearing and noise to people that had brain injuries and they were extremely sensitive and they couldn't handle doing their profession anymore. So removing that energy and then teaching them that this is what's your trigger, and then getting rid of that trigger, you're able to walk back on stage and do your job.
Insane. Like the singer you were telling me about, remember yesterday? Yeah. You talking to me about the singer that you how about eyesight? Like would that be something I would go to you? Because I'm already losing eyesight. I'm feeling it a little bit because of a drama. I did something ridiculous that affected my eye. So I'll tell you more about that later, but would I come to you and would I see results?
So with eyesight, I wear corrective lenses, so I haven't been able to get it to the state. There's a lot of research that talks about there's muscles in the eyes that when the iris shuts and closes, so if you've worn glasses, it freezes and it gets stuck. So if that's the case, then you should be able to get it to restore. The brow, which affects our eyes as well as so the brow here. Most people think the brow is here. It's actually here. And if you go and look inside the head, it sits inside the sinus cavity, which is a butterfly, which is really cool. And between that and the crown is what creates our eyesight. I have used it to keep my eyesight where I don't have to change my prescription, but as far as getting it to where completely away, not quite there yet. I'm not going to say it's not possible, but it is definitely a more difficult thing to correct.
Okay. So people with joint issues, as you get older, joints are hurting. I've had, encounters with people that have had cancers that are starting or are terminal. Is that something that you would actually can help?
So the interesting thing with cancer is you have to understand what it actually is. It's an end state to a emotional trauma. So when someone takes and is in an environment, so say, for instance, someone has intestinal cancer, they would be in an angry environment. All of my research points that the large intestine is affected by anger because it's fueled by the root center. Okay. So when that gets too full, people will develop conditions. If you start to drain that and get rid of it, you allow for better blood flow, you allow for better lymphatic movement.
And healing too.
And healing, yes. Mm-hmm. So this isn't so much magic in the way that people would think it is.
Okay.
It has its own rules, it has its specific things. We're working with what the body already has, and through the energy work, removing what is not serving that person. But if they're in an environment that's angry and they're in an environment where there's that constant turmoil, in my experience with the results, I've had 7 cases right now. All 7 are still alive. 2 of them are not, so 9 total. The one that wasn't alive had a very negative husband, and we drained out a lot of the negative energy that they had within them, because they had it was lung cancer. And
it was lung cancer?
Lung cancer stage 4, and we took and we released the energy within the individual. They were up the next day moving when they were really tired, and they couldn't. They should have been bedridden. They were eating pizza. They were enjoying. So they were more than likely would have passed 2 or 3 days, and instead they had another 7 days alive. So while that in some books is not a win, I consider a win because you gave that person more time. And what is time worth?
And not just that, it was terminal in the sense that, and they probably seek your advice or your help too late, maybe, because it was just
It was way too late.
If that person was he or she bedridden, you're already at the end. And maybe if they would have seeked your services earlier, you think there might have been some hope, right? Because you said they were able to walk around and do their things.
Yes, they were able to.
When they were terminal, like, they were at the end of it. Yeah. Now, is this something is it a one-time deal? So when I need your help, let's say, and I'm going through something, can you heal me in one session, or do I need to keep seeing you every single week?
So.
Or 2-3 times a week?
Part of that is understanding the nature of what the energy healing is. So energy healing is a removal of stress. It's the direct removal of stress from the body. Now, how soon your stress builds up is how soon you'll need the energy healing again. Unless, of course, you have your own techniques. And my goal isn't to create a ton of clients. My goal is to take and teach people how to heal themselves. If they have severe things or things where they're not able to, that's where I come into play, and that's where I do my heavy lifting. But as far as I can teach a person to meditate and ground out the negative energy that is causing the issues that's bothering them. When I work out, I'll do walking meditations on the treadmill, and I will release the energy. I'll have my muscles pop into place, and then when I go lift, I'm able to mind-muscle connection, have each muscle do its job, which is pretty incredible.
That's insane. That's incredible. So if I am going back to that same question, so if I have an issue with my foot, you all know I do. Damn foot. My foot is healing a lot. It healed very quickly with the use of stones. I'm almost at the end of that healing session, meaning I'm almost 100% recuperated. He had a lot to do with it as well, right? He has been miraculously helping me, and some days I have good days, some days I have bad days, but he just makes sure that in that morning, that first step, no problem. Last step, no problem. He's been healing me, and he's been working on it for the last week or so, right? Like even just a few times. Like
I would say we've probably done a total of probably about 3 hours of work.
Okay, that's true. But it's not like 3 hours, okay, sit down, close your eyes, and I'll work on you for an hour. It was more like we met up yesterday, had a 4-hour chat, because we have so much to talk about. And then as we're chatting, he's healing me. He did put his hand on my knee, my hip, and my foot. No, you didn't put your hand on my foot. My knees and my calf. As I was talking, this was just like a thing that he does, and it just felt so much better. The flexibility was incredible there. And then he did it over the phone as well the last couple of days. So can you confidently say that within a week or two you can actually see results already if there's a physical condition that you need help with?
There is definitely where there is rapid results. During the session, people will actually feel if they have pain in their neck. Just for fun, last night I had a couple friends over, and I was noticing that my throat was getting tight, and I took and held everybody's throat chakra in my hand, and I took and drained all of the energy out, and one of them had a neck pain in their neck, and they didn't say anything about it because they're used to it. And within, I would say it told them maybe 5 minutes, and their neck pain was gone. Their neck was moving around, and they had been to the chiropractor about a week ago and wasn't able to move the neck. So I call this grade 0 manipulation instead of grade 5 manipulation. So it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. That's crazy. What would you say would be your hardest case? Like, what was a case that you just felt like it was very challenging for you? Was there anything that you've done that you were like, oh my gosh, this is so hard?
Restoring a person's hip that was constantly in the environment that wouldn't allow it to stay. So I would heal the hip during the session, and they'd go back to the environment they are, and within a couple days it would take and deteriorate back down.
So it's where you live, who you're surrounded with, the stress that is stimulating that stress, or starting that stress up is what's kind of flaring out whatever it is that's going on. So if I'm with you and I'm calm and you're able to heal me, I'm walking home, I'm happy, but then I get into that negative environment and it's starting up all over again. So it's basically, you can help someone, but that person needs to help themselves too, right?
Yep, and that's why I teach people to ground. That's why I teach people that you have to be able to heal yourself. Because while a healer can do some heavy lifting for you and show you the way and show you that it's possible, if we're always the person that you go to, we're just filling the role of the savior for you, and you're not able to create that boundary, and you're not able to take that ownership and be able to help yourself.
So if I wanted to learn how to do it, let's say maybe I don't have the money for it, or I see you doing it and I see such a positive outcome, how would you teach me on how to heal myself? Like what are the first steps? What's the first thing you would?
So first thing I suggest is learning what meditation is. That's the first thing.
I don't like meditation. Like I can't clear
really
my mind and close
you.
my eyes. I just get crazy. Like
that's too much. That's too much. So that's the complicated meditation.
that's for me.
So
Maybe for you guys, you're able to just shut everything down, but it's hard to do that. You know, have the right.
maybe at the end here we'll do a little bit.
Okay, but let's say it's someone like me that just does not like to meditate. What do you have any other?
Can you focus on your breath?
Yeah, I could do that.
Did you know that's a form of meditation?
Yes.
It's easy. It's easy.
Okay, but let's say someone is able to meditate, then what would be the next thing?
Then you would take and allow yourself to go into a partial trance state. It's just a brainwave frequency shift. That's all it is.
Okay.
And then once you start to see where kind of the world blurs out a little bit, or you start to feel tingles on your body, then you go and pull yourself to the area of your interest. So usually, say you want to get rid of anger. You take and you recognize your anger. You either feel it, whatever it means to you. And when we inhale, we pull things to ourselves. When we exhale, we push things out of ourselves. So if I were to hold and then release, I would be releasing that anger. And if you do it correctly and you're in the correct brainwave state, you will actually feel that part of your body start to relax.
I'm already relaxed. Oh my gosh, I'm in a trance right now.
See, it's not hard.
No, it isn't.
People overcomplicate it.
Oh my God, I feel so good already. Because you know, I'm visualizing it. I'm visualizing something healthy coming in, and whatever it is I'm holding on and I'm angry about, it's kind of like coming out. You know, you see Van Gogh's paintings and you see all these like heads coming out. Like sometimes he has like these paintings of, so you just kind of imagine that sickness or that negative thought, just kind of see it just seeping through out of your mouth. So like, and it just feels so, there's such a release. I also wanted to mention that when I was talking to Austin a few days ago, my foot was just hurting a little bit, and he was like, okay, let's just, and we were talking, and then he's like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, the weirdest way. There was like a bunch of sensation on my foot, and I felt like there was like a little ball going from one foot to another. I'm like, is that even normal? What's happening in there? Because he had me lay down, and I was just talking to him normally, and I felt like a million little sensation tingling all over my foot, up and down, and I was like, what is happening? And it wouldn't stop, and this went on for like 15-20 minutes. And I was like, what's happening? And he's like, I know exactly what's happening. I'm the one who's making this happen. And I'm like, what are you doing to my foot? But it felt like there was so much like blood flow and activation in there. It was the weirdest sensation. And what that question is, So when somebody gets your treatment, what are they to expect? Like, well, how are they going to feel? Because that was my next question.
So it depends on where you are in your frequency. So when we do energy healing, we have to look into where there's a frequency. So one of the things that I was taught in Ayurveda is you have somebody that's at like 1D, so that person has a ton of negative energy. They're just a walking ball of negative energy. That person, if I work on them, they're going to get a headache.
They're going to get what?
They're going to get a headache because they're going to have that brow start to open. They're also going to start to feel a little bit of shift. Not a lot off that first session. But if they continue working with it, then they'll move into 2D without any effort at all, because we're starting to be changing the energetic patterns that are creating some of the thoughts that push the emotional behavior, that push them over here. And as we continue working with them, then they start to open up and they start to become more empathic. Everybody actually has the ability to become empathic.
I'm a huge empath.
And then
Too much.
Being an empath is kind of grounding your lower 3 energy centers. So that would be getting used to not feeling angry, not being irritated by every little thing, not worrying about everything that's in front of you, and not being fearful about everything. Because while those things will affect us, it's dwelling on them constantly that causes that dysfunction. And if you can maintain all 3 of those, it actually helps manifest. It helps your ability to create the reality that you want, because you're energetically not vibrating and attracting those negative outcomes back to you. My favorite story with this is I used to be a really aggressive driver. I used to be angry all the time. I was an angry gamer. I did all of this stuff, and I'd have people cut me off or ride my bumper, and I'd be so upset. And after I took and was able to ground myself and get rid of my anger, it stopped happening. It literally just stopped happening. I stopped having people seek me out to create that anger. And instead, as I drive, people are doing it all around. I just don't care anymore. I'm in a calm state, and me being upset at them is not worth losing my calmness and having my backside hurt. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I hear you. It's incredible because ever since I've known him, he's such a zen, quiet, very confident, he just calms me down all the time. Every time I'm around him, I feel such a sense of calmness, and I could never picture him being like, impatient or angry. Like, ever since I've known you, I can't picture you being that way. And then the way that he tells me about his past and what he's gone through, and it wasn't an easy, a childhood and leading to his adulthood, but just to see him now today, he's done a lot of work on himself, and he's just so calm. I always tell him he's my yin to my yang. Is that it? I'm like, okay, let's get this done. And he's like, okay. Okay. He's like super calm. But yeah, so different sensation for different people. Mm-hmm. I felt a bunch of little ants and a ball kind of kept going back and forth. That was my sensation.
Yep.
What would you say the people would feel? What other sensation do you have you heard them say? Like, I feel that.
When I first pull a person's frequency to if they're energy sensitive, they'll feel like their aura is being pulled on. They'll feel like an energetic grab, or kind of like gravity just pulled on them for a moment. Okay. Which is really cool, because at that point, you're in 2 locations at the same time.
What?
Wait, explain that.
Well, your frequency is in my hand, so you are technically in my hand at the same time that you are there. And then when I push my energy to you, I'm in 2 places at the same time.
That's insane. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Oh, I love that. I love all this stuff. Okay. My other question is, so you are, when you are healing, you're in tune with this person, you are grabbing whatever is dysfunctional, and you're doing your thing, because I've seen you always have this thumb thing, right?
I just channel and move energy with my hands. Our hands are our exit points for energy, so energy usually enters the body through our feet, which is why the feet are usually one of the most affected areas. So, like for you, for instance, you don't mind if I say anything about it?
No, not at all.
So
I'm an open book. Okay. They know my life.
Okay, so her sadness was actually what was causing a lot of the pain in her foot. Because the top part of our foot, we have a bunch of energy centers that go to the heart center here. And if those are all dry and tight and no blood flow, what do you think happens to the bottom of the foot? So all that pressure gets pushed down, so that aponeurosis on the bottom of the foot there has to work overtime.
Yeah.
And as soon as we put blood flow back in here, we raise that up, it goes and it balances. So you no longer have that crazy pressure differential there.
My sadness was. I love you. Thank you. Okay. My question is, as you are sucking it indirectly, you are kind of sucking in that energy. You're kind of,
Yes.
you're kind of like doing your thing and then kind of putting it back in the body. Would you say that that's the motion that happens, or not quite? Like you have it in your hands, or?
I do two different things. I take and I channel a pure light. So, kind of a little backtrack here. So when people think of energy, when they think of Reiki. So Reiki's kind of basic. You have to have a Reiki master attune you. Everybody can learn it. The type of healing that I do, you have to be born with. So it's called pranic healing, and it's more scientific. It has more of a medical aspect to it, which is why I'm able to move tissue with doing it. So it is able to add a more profound, direct effect. And as I'm moving, I will use the control of the prana, and then I'll also pull the negative energy out. So I'll use two different motion. So I'm creating a visualization in my mind while I do this, and then the person feels it.
That's pretty powerful. But with that said, what happens to you?
Um,
So you're healing someone, for example, let's say someone that has cancer, someone that has a disease, and as you're pulling that out of them, that affects you. Like, I've always wondered, like, how do you not get sick after when you get home? Because I know when my dad used to heal, he healed me from a trip from Italy. I came back from Italy, and I was super sick, and I could not open my hand. My hands were like this. I don't know what happened to me. We still don't know till today what happened. I could not stretch out my fingers. I was like this, and my dad was like, could be a parasite, could be something, don't, and then he put his hand on it. Within 15 minutes, I was able to, but like for a good hour, I could not move. I'm like, Daddy, what's wrong with me? It was like a panicking state. I'll never forget. I was young. I was 18. I went with my grandma for 3 months. Came back. I could not move my fingers. What the heck? This freaks me out till this day. Anyway, so he healed me with his hand. Within 30 minutes, he had a huge diarrhea. Like, he was in the bathroom. He was vomiting, and he had diarrhea. And this went on like the entire day. He was so sick he didn't come out of the bathroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, did I like just kill my dad? Like, what did I do? Hi Judy, welcome. And so I was so scared that now that I have the power to heal as well, not as good as you, of course, but if my kids are sick, I can put my hand and I can heal them. I've done it with my daughter at the hospital. That's going to be another story, but I feel very ill afterwards, to a point where they will tell me, Mommy, I don't want you to heal me because you're going to get sick after. So I know I've spoken to him about this, and I'm like, it scares me to heal anyone else but my children, because I don't want to get sick and get what they have. But he's explained it to me, and I want you to explain to everyone, if you do become a healer or you are being healed, how do you get rid of that negative energy?
So first thing, I'll address that in two ways. So anybody that does healing work, so anybody in medical, massage therapists are notorious. Most massage therapists have a shelf life of 7 years because
They have a shelf life?
they have a shelf life of 7
7
years. Most massage therapists do not make it past 7 years, and it's
Are you
because
serious?
their body contracts from all of the energy that they collect from the people they've helped.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you have to develop a grounding practice where you are spending multiple times a day in meditation, releasing what you've collected. I push my stuff deep into the planet so that it is not within my body anymore. And I have a unique sense of touch where I can feel anything that's off. So if I were to get sick, or if I were to have some kind of function, I'm going to feel it trigger. And then as soon as I feel that trigger, I'm like, all right, I need to get rid of this emotion or it's going to get worse.
That's crazy. But you're amazing because like you don't even touch and you feel those things. Like when you saw me, remember? You were like, I already know what's dysfunctional about you. It's your bottom right. There's something off with that. And I'm like, how does he know? I haven't even told him yet. Because I don't want to tell them what was going on. He already knew by just looking at me, right? And then, so to get rid of all of that negativity, you just push it down. Is that what you do? You just kind of ground yourself and push everything
I use
in the earth.
I use my
Do you do it while you're healing, or do you do it after you're done?
Sometimes, but I always ground twice a day. So I'm in meditation. I would say probably 8 hours a day, even while working, because it's a form of meditation. So it's just it's the price you pay for doing this kind of work and helping people.
And that's why it comes at a price, because you are putting your health at risk. Because if you're not cleansing yourself, is it cleansing or releasing all that negative stuff?
It's a little combination of both.
And if you don't do it right, then you're attracting all of this stuff from other people that are wanting to feel better, which they do, and then it's lingering in you, and that's kind of scaring to me. I don't know. So you got to know what you're doing.
Yes.
Because then you're going to have a shelf life. You're going to be like, yeah, this is not happening. But I would be scared to, let's say I was your girlfriend or your wife. I'd be like, honey, like, what did you take care of today, and did you release all that? Because I'd be worried for you. You know what I mean?
It would be definitely something that you would have to do as a practice, and you would have to take and keep your partner also clean of energy.
Oh shoot, I didn't think about that. So if I would be with you, then you can pass that on to me?
Yes.
No! Oh really? So vice versa too. If I'm a negative person and we are together, that negativity is translated into you.
It weakens me, yes.
And it weakens you?
Yes.
So then you're not able to heal?
Not to the degree that I can when I'm in a clean state, no. This stuff all works on
say that again. Not to a degree?
Not to the degree of being in the pure state that I usually sit in.
You're in a pure state?
I do sit in a pure state, yes.
You're like super, I can tell. You're just something very angelic about you. I don't know what it is, but when you look at someone and you just, and he's got these piercing eyes, it's like incredible. But when you do meditate, not meditate, but when you are healing, you close your eyes, right?
Sometimes. It kind of depends on, I usually, so if I'm looking straight, I can create an image inside my mind. It's almost like this hologram that shows in front of your eyes, so you can kind of just watch and see it. From doing massage for so long, I would take and put a person's body imagery of the muscles that I wanted to work to get the outcome that I was looking for. So if I'm repairing range of motion, say I'm shifting, so somebody's got a shoulder issue, I want to make sure their pecs are working correctly. If the pecs aren't working correctly, we fix that. We check to see if there's any rotator cuffs that are not functioning, if there's a nerve impingement, and then getting it to where the different movements. So I'm going through all of that, and I'm watching it move around in my mind, going, saying, okay, what am I going to do next? And I just applied that same principle into the energy work.
Interesting. Now, is there proof that it works? Oh wait, your gift comes from the universe and from a higher power. That must be believed. That we must believe. Absolutely. Absolutely. You hear a story of Jesus, and obviously we're not going to call each other Jesus, but you know, there's so much out there that are unknown in this entire universe. We don't know where we come from, but I know a lot of us have certain powers. I call them power. Remember your Austin power? Yeah, he's awesome. He's incredible. When I did meet him, he was with a friend, an investor, someone, because they're going in a huge venture, a big business together. And right away he started like feeling, you know, what was dysfunctional about my body. And his buddy was like, he's incredible. Like, he will heal you. Shelly, you're funny from earlier when I was talking to you. But I mean, it's incredible the work that you do, and the people that I've talked to that surround you. They've seen results. They've seen you know, an improvement or whatever it is that they were. Even people, they think they're okay and they're healthy. The minute they're in contact with you, they leave feeling such a feeling of lightness, happier, sleeping better. There's just so much going on. Now, my other question is, I know that you have this your ultrasound machine. He's got an ultrasound machine, but I wanted to ask you, can you show proof that it works? And
Yes.
Is there any physical proof? Because people could say, oh yeah, I feel great, but you can't really measure that. And people could be making that up. But is there an instrument that you use that can prove that it actually works?
Yes, you can actually see the tissue growing back together under the ultrasound. I have videos of it.
Is that freaking insane? Like, there's a huge investment in this machine that he has, and he's shown before and after results, which is incredible. He'll work on you for like how long?
A lot of them didn't take too long to start to get the changes. They're just really slow. So it's working on a molecular structure. So it's not where it's the tissues moving around. So it's hard to see. But as you speed up something, you watch over time, and you can even feel it to where you're like, oh, it's relaxing, it's shifting. I took before and afters of abdominals, and you can see where there's a bunch.
You have your machine? Or you don't want to show the machine now? Do you? Oh, you want to?
Do you want?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so I can just show a picture before.
Because this is something we wanted to keep for our next live.
We'll
But it's
tease it. We'll tease it.
incredible.
We'll tease it.
Okay, we'll tease it.
So if you go here,
It's your eyes, Austin. They're making me very relaxed. As he
you can
says.
see this here is broken tissue. This is the top layer of the abdomen, so this would be your external oblique. And this is what it
Oblique?
looks like after. It was about 30 minutes.
So you can see the difference of before, 30 minutes later. And what are we seeing again?
That's the abdomen.
And this was what kind of tissue? Look, she says, "Oh my God." That's incredible. After his work, you could actually see. But this is something we're going to do in the future. If you guys, wow, Cindy says, wow, it's incredible. Because I mean, a lot of people say like, "Oh yeah, I feel better," or "Yeah, it's okay," and until you really have tangible evidence, people have a hard time believing. It's like Jesus, right? Turn the water into wine. I want to see it. You know what I mean? Until then, they don't believe it. It's almost like you have so many followers and they believe you because they've seen, some proofs. Because you can talk all you want all day long, and it's just hard for people to even understand that I'm one of your, clients. And I could 100% say you have done amazing on me. I've seen improvement in other ways that I never even thought. Because he even told me, he goes, it's not just your foot. It moves upwards. You're looking at knees. You're looking at calves. You're looking at buttocks. Did I say that right? Buttocks. The whole leg is what needs to be healed and then there's a lot of interior, like you were saying, sadness. And it's not that I'm a sad person, but it's also things that my thoughts sometimes that haunt me, that put me in a state of mind. And it, could be about my divorce. It could be about, my accomplishments. So it could be little thoughts, and we're not perfect. All of us have these negative thoughts that we don't think can hurt us physically, but in my case, has, And so it's really important, like you said, to heal from within, because there's so many issues that we can have that are negative that we don't understand how they can affect us physically, but they do. And you're one person to kind of go to the core. So
Yes.
You're not just healing the symptoms, but you're healing the cause, which is something that is usually internal, psychological, trauma. Could be so many things that causes these things to happen, and we don't understand it. But it seems like you do.
I went on a very, very long journey to try to figure out how to heal the body. And I found that negative energy pretty much has two symptoms. So stress, negative energy, use whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Tissue deterioration and inflammation. So anywhere you have tissue deterioration and inflammation, you are harboring and holding on to the stress that is associated with that area.
What about joint pain?
Same deal.
So if someone has joint issues on their hands, what do you think is the cause of that?
So according to all my research, from the back of the arm all the way here, so our throat is authenticity. So if someone is inauthentic, or they're around inauthentic people, or they take and they don't listen to themselves, or they don't listen to others. So I'm right-handed, so the way that you would break it down is there's a chakra that sits back here that connects to the throat, and same one on this side here. Now, if I am not listening to people, or people don't listen to me, and I hold on to that, I'm going to have deterioration that's going to go down my shoulder, through my tricep, all the way into my hand.
Wow.
But on the opposite end, if I am sad, or I am hateful, even dislike. So people that run around and say, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. That's
I don't
actually
like you.
harming you. That's harming you.
Right.
And then that's going to cause deterioration down the front of the hand, down through the bicep. So usually when people tear things, they've taken on too much. And we're not taught that emotion affects us this way. But we are essentially a temple of the emotions and the energy that we hold around us.
Absolutely. I totally believe that. What about stone bracelets? Because we're twinning today. Show off your bracelet, baby.
Yes.
He came to the show last weekend and got his bracelet, and it was calling his name. I'm telling you, he walked to my booth and he's like, that one, that one. And everybody could feel the vibe around the bracelet. So what would you tell people that believe in stones or want to wear a bracelet? How is that affecting them, and is it working? Does it work?
So,
does it heal? Does it help? I mean, you know.
So all of my research goes to where our sacral is affected by either the negative energy of worry. So this would be tied into conditions of anxiety, problem managing time, different things of that nature. And when I put the bracelet on, I felt those muscles tighten. So this one here.
I want that bracelet. No, I am like totally addicted to this bracelet. I think most of you have gotten it and it's in the mail right now. Wait till you wear it. It's insane.
But yeah, within 5 minutes of wearing it, I felt my abdomen tighten. I felt
that's what you said. He's like, my abdomen is feeling it.
So I felt my transverse abdominal start to re-engage better. I felt the internal obliques, which is also affected by that energy, engage better. So I got a little bit more stability to my stance. I felt a little bit overwhelming and less worry. So it definitely has that effect. Now,
Henry says, mine is here, it's coming tomorrow. You are gonna love it, girl, I swear to God. My show is sold out. Sold out. I think you bought the last one.
It was glowing.
It was glowing.
So
it's beautiful. I mean, it's super loose and super big, but everybody chooses to wear it that way. I just love how it just moves around, and you haven't asked any question about it. Like, a lot of people are asking me, like, oh, you know, which way do I put it? You just wore it and it was yours. It was your baby. You never even question it. Like, what does it say? What does it do? You're just like in your element ever since you've been wearing it. And it doesn't work for everyone. Remember how your partner wore it and he was like, I'm not feeling anything. And it's not for everyone. I had a lady who almost fainted. Remember I told you? She was wearing one of my pea shoes, you guys, my creation, which have like a pea shoe in every single slot, and it's separated by a really strong obsidian. And she was so drawn to that one. And the minute she wore it, she's like, I'm getting goosebumps everywhere, especially over my head. Oh my God, oh my God. And there's a lot of empath there because we were all, you know, either psychic, there's a lot of tarot reading. Everybody's really energetically inclined and they're very open to that. And they were all in my booth. I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling this one. I don't feel that one. I feel this one. So it was beautiful to see that everybody's on the same page when it came to stones and the power of stones. And so speaking of stones, you carry stones. He carries stones too.
I do.
And why do you carry stones?
So it's interesting. As I've raised my vibration, stones didn't actually used to work on me, but once I took and cleaned all the negative energy out, I got to where I was balancing myself more.
You just said it. If the stones don't work for you guys, you have to cleanse it, but you also have to cleanse yourself, right?
Yes.
You just said it. If you're not in tune, okay, explain that, because I try to explain it and I don't have the terminology that you do and the knowledge that you do, so I don't know how to explain it properly. But if you're not vibing with something, especially one of my bracelets, you guys, it's not because it's not working, okay? It's because you need to cleanse yourself to be open, right?
Yes.
To that energy that is coming to you. There's a blockage there, right? So
yes. And the interesting thing with belief in this stuff is doubt is your brow. And if you doubt, then you are actually deteriorating the brow. So in my research, these upper three are feminine and the lower three are masculine. And
yes, Henry. Definitely cleanse it.
Yes, yes. When you're not in balance with these, you're going to have dysfunctions, and depending on the amount of negative energy that you've had, it's not going to work on you. I can hold a stone in my hand and I'll feel it vibrate, and if it vibrates, to me, it's a real stone. If I hold a piece of glass or I hold a fake stone, it doesn't vibrate at all.
Yeah, I feel the same way. That's why my stones are really high quality, and that's where yours is too. He's got the rainbow obsidian. Look how it shines. It's crazy. He's got the same one as I do, which is our rainbow one of a kind, and he vibed with that one right away. And you could feel the sensation right away too. No, they're vacuuming here. Why? It's so loud. Sorry, guys. Well, we're coming to an end anyway, so it's not, you know. One thing I wanted to talk about before we get started, part of my new collection, I made this absolute beautiful bracelet because we were in agreement that these 3 stones open your chakras, help you to receive, right, your energy and your healing. And I just thought that it would be really a good thing to put together to just kind of help you cleanse yourself, open yourself up to be able to receive the healing powers of Austin Power of anything around you that is powerful, just to open up your chakras. So I made a combination of amethyst. I also added some selenite right here, which is self-cleansing, you guys. So this bracelet you will not have to cleanse, which is a great thing. I always recommend, obviously, once a year, full moon, make sure you do that cleansing that we talk about, but you do not need to cleanse it every night. Or if somebody touches it, you have to cleanse it, you have to cleanse it, all right? I still do recommend not to have everyone touch it. You don't want everyone to... Another beautiful bracelet, Shelly. I know. And then there's quartz, white quartz, you guys. You get your white quartz, your selenite, and you have your amethyst. Now, I have a little description of every stone, you guys, so you get an idea, but it is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it, and I like that I wear it especially around Austin, because when he does some healing, or he's going to send you some healing, I am so open to it a lot more than if I didn't have the bracelet, so it just helps out. Just to give you an overview of what the clear quartz does, they say that it is the master healer, is what they call it. It's believed to be one of the most versatile, universal of the crystals. It helps to cleanse and clear the mind and any negative energy or emotion that you might be experiencing. See how it kind of helps you open up, all right, to receive the help that you may be able to give. Clear quartz absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. Right on, baby, right on. I want to order that other bracelet. Definitely, it's on the website. If it says sold out, ignore it, just purchase it. And I just have to send a few more to the temple. So right now they're just pending. He bought my last one at the show. It was sold out completely. But that one was just talking to you, and it spoke to a lot of people too. I don't know what it is with the energy of this particular one. I don't know if it's because it's bigger, or I don't know. Like, what did you feel? I'm still kind of like, because I felt a certain way when I put it together. No, I don't know how you felt.
For me, it was a matter of, I'm always dealing with people with extremely high anxiety. So having the bracelet on helped balance that. So just having something like that, it regulates some of the negative energy out.
That's amazing.
So instead of taking on all of the anxiety and all the worry, I have something of high gratitude here that's pulling abundance to me.
That's cool. Susan says, I can't wait to get mine, was calling out to me. Susan, you're getting that 6-day shipping all the way to the UK. It's going to arrive soon. I can't believe how quickly it gets there. Faster than in the US. Insane. Amethyst. Everybody knows amethyst. My kids swear by amethyst. Speaking of, where's the last one? Okay, she's in the bathroom? Okay.
No,
they're there right next to me. Just get sure one is missing. Is she in the bathroom again?
No, she's over there.
Oh, okay. There's one missing. Sorry. Amethyst is known to obviously help with sleep, but it does a lot more than that. Now, it's a stone of spirituality. It will do whatever it can to get ready for that great awakening. All right. Amethyst calms the frustrations. It also is great for a deep connection, a spiritual one. Transformation often happens when we're no longer happy with the path that we're going on. Then it also talks about how it's a stress reliever, and it cleanses the crown chakra, which is right here, right? Where's my crown chakra? Oh, sorry, here. I don't know much about chakra. See, I told you, you're my teacher. Okay, and so, where was I? Where's my crown chakra? Okay, here. Which enhances levels of consciousness and greater levels of spirituality. It's also a crystal, the highly spiritual stone that is thought to help and open up the third eye. Wait, I know that one. Right here. Am I right?
Well, technically, your brow goes there,
Okay.
and then you have 1, 2. So this is the third one.
Okay, that's the
And
third
then
eye.
it goes up all the way. So you technically have 6 eyes.
I have
there.
6 eyes. So
For
the third eye is right above.
Yep, so
Okay,
the
so
first
like
one
right
is
here.
here, and then it goes boom, and then
Okay.
the third one usually sits about here,
Yeah.
and you have one here, and one
Okay.
here.
So what does the third eye do again?
It's a
opens-
lens. So the actual technical 6th chakra is the ajna, or the pineal gland.
Okay. You're like so knowledgeable. I need to pick at your brain day in and day out. You need to come on my line more often. Okay, so, and it is thought to help open up the third eye and connect people to their intuition. Okay. So we covered which one? We covered the quartz, we covered the amethyst, and do I have anything about the selenite? I didn't put anything on the selenite, but what do you know?
So
Wait, do I have it here? Physical, personal habits such as poor alignment. Okay, so these stones combination, you guys, it helps with personal habits such as poor physical alignment or posture, eating unhealthy food, self-destructive behavior may cause the chakra to be imbalanced. It is said to be, and this is a doctor saying this, prolonged imbalance may lead to physical diseases and illness, muscular issues, mental health challenges like depression or anxiety. So it's really important that the combination of all 3 stones and the way that I've placed them is supposed to do a lot more than, like I said, just kind of open yourself up. It has so many good things. And selenite, you can, he's going to give you your thoughts on the selenite as well.
So I carry one of these. This is it was given to me by another Reiki master, and I leave it in my stone bag. It purifies, and this one's nicknamed the Angel Stone.
Beautiful. We have actually bowls that are made of selenite, which are a little easier to put I mean, you could also put bracelets around that, but I think it's just a little bit easier in a bowl. And selenite has so much power, and it's self-cleansing, and that's what I love about it. But, oh, here's this chakra. Can we, oh, there it is. So here we go. Here's a little chakra, little thingy. For those that are not sure what they are.
I'm just taking care of you guys.
And they all have a meaning of some sort, but let's finalize this with the famous question: how can someone hire you? And I'm gonna have all of the description down below for you guys. I didn't add it right now, but I will once we're done and it's uploaded on YouTube. You guys will be able to see it. If you guys want the information now, I could send it to you in your inbox. But if you guys want to get in contact with Austin, he'll tell you a little bit more about his website, how you can find him, and so on and so forth. So take the floor, my darling.
All right, so I have where I do one-on-one sessions. I do group healing where I'll actually train people in how to ground, how to take and use it. So I teach grounding. I teach what I call presence of awareness. So this is using the information from your aura to help you perceive more things in your life. Chakra opening and closing, because it is important to know how to do both. How to use and experience what these chakras are doing to you to enhance your manifestations, quality of life. And then if you do tend to be one of those people that does have psychic abilities or things that pop up, I also teach people how to manage and use those as well.
If they want your healing.
If they want the
session.
healing, the one-on-one, it's they are 150 a session. I prefer to do multiple, so I do have some monthly memberships. When I'm first working with, everything is 100% guaranteed. So if somebody is not getting a benefit from it, and I use 4 different metrics, so I look at how your energy, your body is. So that would be your overall awakeness, you're tired, whether you're fatigued. I look at your mental clarity. Are you able to process things better, or are you having your racing mind? I look and see how your physical body is feeling, if you're having dysfunctions, and if they are getting better. And then I also look at, is an increase in the quality of your sleep. So I have the monthly as well as I have the transformational packages. And all of this is on my website, which will be linked in the comment. It is omegawellness.life.
Omegawellness.life.
.life.
.life?
Yep.
.com? or
Nope,
just dot life?
.life.
I love that. I love that. So definitely, you guys, I'll put a link down below. You guys can click that, and you can be in touch with our famous Austin here. And to actually end this beautiful live, you guys, thank you so much for your patience. I know it's going a little bit over the hour, but as promised, we're going to give you a little one-on-one session with Austin. And Austin, when he came to meet me today, I thought of something. I was going to put everyone's name that is participating in our live right on a piece of paper and kind of shuffle, but he thought of something even smarter. Why don't you share that with them?
So we're going to use a pendulum to use what's called the ideometer effect, which is basically where the energy from the aura goes into the pendulum and moves it to a number, and that's going to pick. So we're going to use the divine to choose who gets worked on
I
today.
love that. Oh my God. All right, so you guys, to help me out, write down who's in this chat, since I don't want to just put my finger on there and keep scrolling. I just need for you guys to give me a thumbs up. And when the thumbs up shows up, I'll write down your name on a piece of paper. We'll lay them down. I'll try to show you guys. We'll kind of tilt the camera, and his pendulum will choose whoever gets a session. So if you guys don't mind sending me a thumbs up, I'll see your name. Okay, so Cindy is first. Cindy Ray. We got one here. Who else? Lori. Lori's second. Diana. So excited for you guys. Sons. Wait, I think we're missing people. Wait, Diana, Suzanne. Suzanne. All right, who else? I think that's it. Let me see, I don't want to miss anyone. Oh, wait, what about Enid? There she is, Enid. Okay, who else is there? Am I missing anyone? Okay, I'm gonna name them. If you guys are not called, please let me know before we start, because I don't want you guys to miss that chance. We have Cindy, Lori, Diana, Sun, Susan, Enid. Did I call them all? Just want to make sure. So I have 7 in the chat, and I only have 6 names. So I don't know if I'm missing someone. Everybody that I just called out is in this chat. Yes or no? Sure. I don't want to lose anyone. Okay. So what we're gonna do now? Do you want to keep it private, or do you want to show what's going on? It's up to you, because you're the one with the energy. Oh wait, it says, was there a Judy? I think so.
Yeah.
Judy, are you here? Oh, like, where's Judy? Wait, why is it doing that? Oh, there you go. There was a Judy, I think. I think she probably came and left. I don't see her right now. Oh, Judy. Judy Cruz Perez. She says, hi, Cindy. Hi, Judy. If you are in this chat, please send me a thumbs up, please. I don't want you to lose the opportunity to get this. I don't want to write her name and then she's disappeared, though, because it kind of sucks, because you're going to do it live right now. So I don't see Judy. Judy, if you're here, one more chance. Give me a thumbs up right now. Right now. I feel bad. She was, because look, it says there's 7 and we have 6 papers.
I know.
She is in the chat. My guess is she's probably just walking around having it in the background, like I do sometimes. I listen to podcasts and I'm just walking in the house. Judy.
There she is.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got her. Judy's here. Beautiful. All right. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is do you want me to have them see what's going on, or do you want to do it on your own?
I would take it, and I would have it to where they can see it.
They can see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does not mind you guys seeing it, so let's do this together. All right, can you guys see it? Okay.
Looks like it's clear. Ended.
Ended? It keeps going to ended. Look at that. Ended. You are our winner. Yay! Ended. She did it. She did it. She did it. She did it. Ended wins a lot of the stuff she does. Like, it's almost like they're gonna think it's fixed, and it's not. I swear to God, I am not. I have nothing to do with it. He's his own person, and he just vibes with energy. But congratulations, Enid, on you are read. So tell me how it should work, because I don't know how you do it on the.
So
I'm gonna put it. It's all you.
So let's see.
Here you go. You can lift it up too if you want to. It won't show.
It won't show.
Did you want her?
I just need to see the name.
The name?
Yeah. Okay.
Enid Santiago.
Okay, and then so.
I'm gonna get out of the portrait.
Feels like they're, I would say, right-handed. There's a lot of anger that's trapped in towards others. So I can't feel my heel at the moment, which is interesting. Let's see what we can do about that anger. You can take a deep breath in if you'd like. And just feel the rise and fall of your chest. How are you feeling so far? Later. Were you having any pain in that left leg at all? Calm. Can you feel any tingles or any odd sensations?
I'm feeling it.
On your face, okay. That's the next spot we're gonna check here quick. Yeah, I just felt the left hamstring relax. Feels like there's some pressure on this ear over here. So let's see, throat. Definitely some negative energy there. Feels all spiky in my hand.
You want this?
Do you have any neck pain?
problems with my right ear.
You have problems with your right ear. Okay. I'll do something special for this. You're gonna feel a little lightheaded and you're gonna feel like you're gonna fall asleep. But as soon as you feel yourself wake up, that right ear should stop hurting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going to transport your head into my hand here, and energetically you may feel my hands around your head. This directly accesses our vagus nerve, which is where psychology says that we hold a lot of our deep trauma. There's definitely a trauma pattern there. I'm feeling it shift around from the heel of my foot all the way to the big toe. And there it's starting to release. Feel that right ear hurting a little bit, so we're getting into that spot.
Thank you for this services.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay, going into the toe there. Take a nice deep breath in for me. And breathe it away. Let it go.
Yes, so it's like to go orders, but he's knocking the front, so that's okay. Yeah, you're okay. That's okay. One of us will be right with you, okay?
All right, how are you feeling?
I felt you touching my right ear and neck.
Did you feel like you went tired there for a moment?
Sarah just joined us. No, she missed it. Oh. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Are you releasing that? Did you feel her ears?
I did. I had her head in my hand.
You had your head in your hand.
Her head in my hand, yep.
Thank you guys so. She said yes.
But you feel awake now, though, yes? You don't feel tired anymore?
You have appetizing eyes. I told you that yesterday, Rose. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have missed it for whatever reason, Sarah says, I've missed, we just moved, I'm back. I'm so sorry, Sarah. But you guys can always review this. Just listen to it. You know, Austin has so much to offer. Make sure you click the link down below that I'll add. And it said yes, high five. I hope you feel good, Enid.
Namaste.
what does she expect tonight? Will she sleep better? Will she be like a little lighter? Will she feel
She should
tired?
feel a lot lighter, and she shouldn't feel tired.
Okay. Thank you. Cindy said thank you, Shelly and Austin. Sarah says thank you both. Thank you so much, you guys, again for joining us. I hope you guys had an amazing hour. It's so much fun. Sandra said I missed it. I'm so sorry. I know. I feel so bad. I know. Thank you both. Take care. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Susan, so much for staying up this late. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I appreciate you all. And again, if you want to get in touch with this amazing human, I will leave all of his information down below. You are not going to regret it. He's incredible, and he can work literally all across the world. But it's going to be in a nicer environment, a little more quiet, because all the vibes that he was sending out, I was actually feeling them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am too close to you right now. And the bracelet is not helping because it's making me feel everything. Another thing, if you guys want to grab a hold of this amazing bracelet, I will have a video, and those of you who are my members and get discounts, you will get 25% off of this amazing selenite / quartz / amethyst bracelet. All right, you guys, love you all so much. She says thanks for your help.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Wait till the next few days, and I'm gonna get in touch with you just to see how you feel. You'll feel incredible. All right, guys, I love you, and tell your friends, family members, and let's support our amazing healer here. He's awesome, and he's new to Arizona, and so we are welcoming him with open arms. So we love him so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, see you later. Thank you so much. Have a great day too, Diana. Take care, guys. Bye.